Good morning, fifth graders, and happy St. Patrick's Day. It's Mrs. Everett here, and I just wanted to go over one of the things I wanted you to do today. So for today, we're going to keep it pretty simple, but I want you to write the sequence of events of the story that we read on Monday. So that would be the pot that Juan built. And if you need to access the story, or you will need to access the story, you can do that by going into your OpenCourt account and going to Unit 3, Lesson 2, Day 1, and you can get to the story. So you're going to go back and look at the story, and then just on a notebook sheet of paper, I want you to sequence the events in this story. So if we're talking about sequencing the events in this story, we're looking at the sequence of events to build the pot. So essentially, how did Juan build the pot? Oops. And we're going to sequence those events. So when we talk about sequencing those events, we need to think about our transition words. And so I want to just go over quickly some of the transition words. If you remember, you have your text structure chart, you have that transition words paper. Those would be great resources to use for this. But when we're talking about the early events, we can use transition words like first, in the beginning, and then after that, we can use words like then or next. When we get, we can use words like secondly, thirdly. We can also then go on, and when we get to the final steps, we can use things like finally or in the end. Notice that I'm putting commas behind these because if you're using these at the beginning of your sentences, you need to put a comma before them before you put the rest of the sentence. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to go through the story and write the sequence of events that it takes Juan to build the pot. Now, keep in mind that in the story, we talked about how the poem piece builds upon itself. So they actually start at the end with the finished pot and work their way backwards. So when I say I want the sequence of events to build the pot, I want it in the order from beginning to end. First step of building the pot to the last step of building the pot. Okay. So I want you to write those on a notebook sheet of paper, and then you can just bring those in and turn those in tomorrow. Don't worry about trying to turn them in online. We'll just make it super easy. Just bring them in and turn them in tomorrow. Okay. And then the other thing you're going to do is do some more genre practice, and I will have that those documents uploaded to Teams for you. Okay, that should be it, and everybody have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Bye, guys.